headlines too. I pulled some down if we wanted to do that.
We should do some headlines. We definitely need a Judge Darling.
What do you want me to judge? Because
I mean, like, I'm a fan of the Sleep Number bed. What kind of bed do you have, Marty?
Tempur-Pedic.
See, so we could go Tempur-Pedic versus Sleep Number.
What the hell is a Tempur-Pedic?
Oh, there's people here. When did you guys get? Oh, you guys have been here the whole time.
Yeah, they've just been waiting for us to get our stuff together.
Oh God, we are unorganized.
Tonight, yeah.
Jerks, man.
We'll take 2 weeks off and
sorry, yeah. The pre-show green room was a little spicy.
Anyway, welcome to Two Guys and Another Guy.
Can I say something wrong? You're sighing at me. Anyways.
Hey, you are not the only one that can breathe, all right? I can take a breath as well.
Look at your arm first, though.
Yes. So there are some days that I forget to. I'll go full days without looking at my arm, and I'll feel guilty. I'm like, why did I put that on my arm if I'm not going to look at it every day?
How are you both just walking around not remembering to breathe? Like, how does that operate? All of a sudden, Jordan's in the middle of an important business conversation.
It's dramatic effect.
Like, Alex is working out on his Peloton, working really hard, and he's like, if I didn't look at my arm tattoo.
No, that's...
It's just, Alex is like a space cadet out there.
I'm turning purple.
You'd be surprised how many business deals you can get when they think you just had a near-death experience. You know,
I can imagine. As I receive a text from my wife that says, "You're way too loud, Daddy. Chill."
What Netflix show is she watching?
Does she call you Daddy? Your wife,
Daddy, chill. Only when I've been good.
I like where this is headed. Do you ever get called Daddy? Yeah. No?
Beard Daddy.
There you go. That was late, man.
I wasn't prepared, just like everything else tonight.
That's fair.
Yeah, spicy though. Yeah, we were spicy. You want to talk about it, Anna? You want us to talk spicy?
No.
Do you guys? Well, just side note, like this isn't our topic, but do you guys like spicy food?
So I personally am not a fan of spicy food, but I like jalapenos on things. It's like it adds a kick that like I didn't know I liked.
This isn't our topic, but I mean, mechanical pencils are number 2. Discuss.
Mechanical pencils all day long because they're forever.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was joking at first, but you're gonna come at me with mechanical pencils? So stupid. The lead breaks off every.
Judge Darling.
You're just sitting there the whole time, like.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway because of my nervous habitual.
And then, oh God, no! It broke.
That's because you're pulling out too long. You gotta just have enough that you can still put enough force down on it. And number 2 pencils break all the time, and then you have to get up and find a sharpener, and your hand is always too close to that grinder.
Hold on a second. Those have they made improvements on mechanical pencils? Because the ones I had as a kid sucked.
What about the mechanical pencils that were like 6 different colors that you could choose, like purple or blue?
The pens? You mean the pens?
But they were mechanical.
They were mechanical pens. Those are pretty sweet.
That will give you.
Could you hear my pencil sharpener?
Yeah, so you had to go somewhere to do it instead of clickety clackety.
Oh, look at that! That's a sharp pencil.
And what do you? And then now there's all that waste. You've got all that pencil filament that's all over the place.
It's called compost. I'm all about the environment, Alex. Shut your mouth.
Where my lead just disappears into the paper.
Serious question though, guys. So you always had to use number 2 pencils. Do you guys know about number 1 pencils or number 3 pencils? Like, how many different pencils are there, and why are they excluded?
Can I veto a conversation? Can we veto that question?
I mean, is this Judge Darling? Because I'll let you know if Judge Darling can.
Let's just say we all get 1 veto per season. I'm vetoing that question.
Well, that's mean.
So
It's a serious question. It was the only questions I've ever asked on this show. This is the only time I said this is a serious question.
That's
and you
fair.
vetoed it.
The number denotes the measure of how hard the lead is.
Oh God!
So apparently your veto has been overruled.
It definitely got overruled.
It's
My veto didn't hold up.
That's how hard the lead is. It's a 2.
So is a 3 a harder or a softer lead?
It is a harder lead. Is a 3.
So 2 is it's like the right amount of hard.
And the lead in a mechanical pencil is a 0.25.
Is that true?
That's the circumference.
Yeah. Hard lead, new movie from Bruce Willis.
A mechanical pencil lead is a 0.7. So there you go. So clearly we have a winner. The number 2 is a better pencil than a mechanical pencil.
Yes.
I should not have looked that up.
Yeah. Agree. I holistically agree with Anna. She said the rabbit hole we just went through, can she veto? Can Anna veto? I just want to know.
New topic.
The topic is sleep. Welcome to 2 Guys and Another Guy, where we talk about topics that we're experts on, and you should listen to everything we say about it. And also, if we feel like we don't want to talk about something, apparently we can veto and not talk about it at all.
1 per season. And mine didn't work, so I still have mine.
And yes, I guess if you are live in the chats, you can also veto. We can also not listen to your veto, but you sure can veto.
Yeah,
But
that's a good idea.
Anna used her veto, and we did listen to that, so she no longer has a veto.
She's good for the season.
Mm-hmm.
You're done. So sleep and routines. I'm going to add that to it. It's like sleep and routines. I think that's here's why this is a topic that I brought up, because first of all, I wanted to give my wife a big pat on the back, because our newborn Charlotte has started sleeping through the night.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes,
that's a big deal.
Huge moment.
Yeah.
So now my wife can get more sleep.
That's so in essence, it just comes back to you, because your youngest is now sleeping through the night, meaning your wife can now get more sleep, meaning your quality of life has now elevated.
No, you're right with the first part. My quality of life is better.
Yeah.
The quality of life.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, quality of life.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That sounds like one of those hokey, like a divorced T-shirt. That's like, I just got divorced and my quality of life has improved.
Oh my.
Speaking of quality of life, mine is right behind the computer screen, doing this motion.
Keep it down. What?
Neighborhood can hear you.
It's friends. It's friends.
I always thought it was this.
Is it?
It's this?
Yeah, it's this.
Is it? Okay.
It's this, right? You don't. She doesn't know.
I don't know.
I thought one of them squeezed. It didn't squeeze?
Hey, Marty, how's your quality of wife right now?
My quality of wife right now is aggressive. She's looking at me going, "You're too loud. You're too loud." One of us is actually still working.
This is work. Is it not work?
She's grading papers. That's actual work. She's molding the young minds of America.
Yeah, we're trying to sling these.
We're talking about the thickness of lead on a pencil. Speaking of thickness of lead, make sure you go check out Bruce Willis's new movie, Hard Lead, sponsored by the good folks at Beard Daddy. Beard Daddy, if it ain't hard lead, you're already dead. Beard Daddy.
Welcome to the party.
We did it.
All right.
Took me 8 episodes.
So with sleep, another thing that I wanted to, so I want to talk about sleep positions. I want to hear about you guys' positions. What are some of the good ones, the best ones, bad ones, things like that. The Kama Sutra of sleeping positions. But also, like, really, what really made me think about this. My wife, who's a pharmacist, brilliant person, brilliant.
She's not watching.
She is a quality wife.
She'll never watch.
We were just kind of talking about people who are arguing over the vaccine, and while we're not going to make this any kind of a vaccine related episode,
veto.
she made this statement, which is fact. Well, I shouldn't say fact.
Yes, my vetoes are just like worth it. It's like Pinky swears with my wife. They never hold up.
She made this statement that got me to think, and I'd like to talk about this to start off the show. She said the best way, like, people are talking about the vaccine this, vaccine that, but the best way to increase your immune system is sleep, diet, exercise, and washing hands.
No water?
Well, water. I mean, she it's not like it was an exhaustive list.
She said a lot of things. I wasn't really listening.
Her point was that like people don't even do this. Like, and so we're arguing about, how can, like, what should we do about this vaccine? Who should get it? And to try to help your immune system, but people won't even do the little things. If we don't want to spread, and I don't want this to become a topic about COVID or anything, but we all knew from the beginning. They said, like, washing your hands was one of the best ways to not spread this. And so, like, doing that, and we're arguing over vaccine. So I keep talking about vaccine, but I wanted to focus on sleep. I've
never slept so good until I got my vaccine.
I hate you both so much. Jordan, I don't know if you remember, but I did a TikTok on sleep positions.
Oh, you did?
I did.
I probably have seen it. I probably
no. You blocked me.
I commented
you blocked me. You blocked me a long time ago. But do either one of you know the most common of all sleep positions? Because it might just shock you. BuzzFeed article. Click here.
Fetal?
Alex's guess on the board is fetal position.
I would say this would be my most common. Would be figure 4.
The knee up.
Yep.
Okay, so laying on arm, knee up. That's where you are.
That's a good position.
No, mostly like on my back, figure 4. This would be a back figure 4.
It's like you're sliding into first.
Yeah. Kind of.
Okay. Yeah, that is not even top 5. Not even top 5.
Okay. Well, what is it, Smart K?
It's fetal position, which is shocking to me. The fetal position is the most common sleep position in a bed, whether you're single, married, or your quality of wife has improved. It doesn't matter. The fetal position is the most common. And usually, if you sleep in the fetal position, it says stuff about your personality as well. It means that you're not very outgoing in your day-to-day life, or you're trying to protect yourself from either a bad memory, an immense amount of stress that's happening in your life right now.
What constitutes fetal position for a sleeping position? Like what? How into it do you have to be for it to be considered the?
Knees into your chest, potentially. I mean, knees as far up to your chest as you can get.
As far up to your chest as you can get, huh?
I want you guys to understand the amount of balance that this position takes right here, because
very
I'm on a swivel chair. I'm on a swivel, and it rocks. So I almost ate it right there, really bad.
How do you sleep, Marty?
I do the arm up, leg over. So I've got the leg either draped over the opposite side of the bed, or an inch to an inch and a half away from my wife, so that she's screaming, "Get away from me! For the love of God, get away from me! Why are you on fire? I don't understand why you're this warm. Holy crap! What is wrong with your body? Turn the other way and get away from me." Quality of life.
I'm very similar. There's a pillow in between the arm and my head. So I like to put my arm under the pillow and then the pillow. Same thing with the legs. Knee up if I can get it up, and whatever side I'm told to sleep on.
Yeah. What position do you think the most loyal and trustworthy person sleeps in?
Again, this was in your TikTok, so like the answers.
Yeah, these are I can give you citation of scientific sleep studies and articles on all of these. But yes, this was in a TikTok.
So for someone who is the most loyal, they sleep like this. Dracula style.
Okay, I'm gonna go. You just muted yourself? Did I mute you by accident? Jordan, you muted yourself. Great. I'll just keep going. I would say the Marty McFly.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember Back to the Future when Marty McFly wakes up, but it's like one arm like violently jammed behind your back.
Okay.
One suspender on, one off.
Mm-hmm.
And then your feet in like a pretzel situation.
Nice.
And like, wasn't it his like nose was like squished up?
Yes.
Too, yeah.
Drool on the bed, no pillow.
Yeah. My fun story. My son actually does sleep in that position. But no, you're both incorrect. The correct answer is the starfish. We were looking for the starfish.
Really?
And
that's
who sleeps like that?
Arms out, just people without a care in the world, Alex. That's who sleeps with that. Arms out, legs out, taking up as much room and as much space in the bed as humanly possible. Not a care in the world. Probably wakes up in the morning, doesn't need coffee, whistles on the way to the work, and just like, I'm in love with life. Da, 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 da. And then they get hit by a bus.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They eat like 6 spiders a night. They're too comfortable with their mouth open like that. Probably.
Oh, dear Lord.
No. Actually, Anna, they are usually the most loyal and trustworthy companions. So most times they don't sleep alone, Anna. They sleep with someone right underneath one of their arms and legs. Just fun. Which is fun.
You know, fun fact, I feel like my wife sleeps like that.
Does she?
Which is good for me.
It's good for you.
Because I need someone really loyal to stay with me.
Question, has she been sleeping like that lately, or just since she's improved her quality of life?
I think that's what she used to sleep like before we had kids, really.
Oh.
Now she's fetal position.
Rocking back and forth.
Thumb in mouth.
How much sleep do you guys get per night?
I try to get 9. That's my goal.
Still recording?
That's when I'm my best is when I get like 8 or 9.
9's a big number.
I have to go to bed really early to get that. So I get up at 6 because I like to do workout in the morning. and so I'd have to go to bed at 9.
Yeah, I don't think I've gone to bed at 9 in 3+ years, easily. But I'm one of those people that can like turn my brain off like a light switch. So as soon as I say time to go to sleep, I will be asleep within 20 to 30 seconds. And it just drives my wife up a wall that I have the ability to do that. But it's because I probably don't have, a 10th to 100th of the amount of thoughts like racing through my mind that she does when she tries to go to sleep. And I literally just try to focus on one thing at a time. So I'll say it's time to sleep. So my brain says, all right, great. It's time to sleep. Let's do that. So if I go to sleep at 11 and my alarm goes off at 6, I will not be waking up in between that time span at all.
Wow. Yeah, I'll go to bed around 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm exhausted from my day of the kids or whatever else. And I will get up probably at 2 a.m. like clockwork, 2 or 3, and just have to be awake for an hour. Like
Do you get out of bed?
I get out of bed. I physically just jump up. I grab my phone. I see all the things that I've missed in the last like 5 hours or however long it's been. 4 hours usually is like the max. I'll reevaluate my plan for the day, what I need to get done. And sometimes I'll even like take a shower, which will put me back to sleep. So I'll go back to sleep around 4 and then get another 3-hour nap.
That sounds healthy.
So like you guys were talking about, my body doesn't have time to heal. My brain, and like before it used to be, I wasn't going to bed until 3 a.m. and waking up at 7. So I was only getting that second nap and I was staying up past midnight. What changed was I programmed my phone to stop being usable after midnight.
That's smart.
Yeah. So it was like, you really had to go through the security thing. Every time you wanted to use your phone, after a while, you're like, this is too hard. I'm going to bed. It told me to go to bed. I'm going to bed. So that's actually how I fixed the staying up too late for me and being on the internet doing things you don't need to be doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds awful. So like you don't think that's a problem too? You wake up at 4 or wake up at 2 or whenever you wake up in the middle of the night, and the first thought in your head is, I'm going to grab my phone and look at this bright screen, probably in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, it's that fear of missing out. Like what happened while I was asleep that I need to catch up on?
Have you ever used like, don't they make like blue light glasses so that you don't get as much blue light from the screens that you're watching?
They do make those. Yeah.
Have you tried those?
No.
Oh. My wife bought a red light. This is not a joke, man. Like, because she was reading about all this light, and she was thinking that, because just like you, Marty, I fall asleep. She doesn't. And so she wanted to read at night with a red light instead. And it is awful.
Nick. I was thinking the same thing. I was waiting for a beat that I could get that joke in, but you never gave it to me because you never took your breath.
I'm trying not to breathe as much. My tattoo on my arm says, "Don't breathe." But hey, here's another thought. Marty, you talked about like falling asleep quick. What is your bedtime routine like to get ready for bed? Is that quick? Because mine's super quick. My wife's takes forever.
Yeah, I will jump in the shower because I shower twice a day. No matter what I did in that day, I will shower as soon as I wake up and right before I go to bed. And then just normal nighttime routine stuff, brush the teeth, comb the hair, 45 to 50 minutes of a skincare regimen.
Now, why the 2 showers? Like, what? How long has that been going on? And what?
I've always had this mental block that I cannot get into my bed, into my sheets if I'm dirty. That's like being dirty and putting on clean clothes. I hate that feeling and that sensation. And that being said, in the mornings, taking the shower, it helps me wake up. Like, it energizes me. And I cannot walk out of my house without like feeling clean. We can unpack that in our next future therapist session, but yeah, there is that.
I used to take 3 showers a day, so I understand.
Yeah, Nick is subtly and aggressively judging us in the comments right now. 2 showers.
Nobody takes 2 showers. He's kidding.
How dirty are you getting?
I just, like, it feels good to shower. It really does. It energizes you, and it can also calm you down. Like, it's weird that it can do both. But in the morning it wakes you up, and at night, it can really soothe you. Have you ever bathed a kid in a really warm bath and saw them get out and be like, I'm kind of tired now. Like, they always, yeah. So
here, let me change your world. Nighttime, do a lavender scented soap. The lavender helps you go to sleep. I'm not joking, Jordan. Lavender, you don't have problems sleeping, but the lavender helps you go to sleep. And then you take eucalyptus leaves, hang them above the shower head, and it's like you're in a spa. You got the warm water going. It's like you're in a spa. The smell, the aromas just envelop you. It's amazing.
I love it.
Where do I get eucalyptus leaves?
Where don't you get? Well, first of all, we grow our own.
Of course you do.
Well, I can tell you right now, coming soon, actually in December, you can get them right here at Beer Daddy. Eucalyptus leaves to hang above your shower.
See, Anna is agreeing with me. She loves the lavender and the eucalyptus shower spray.
Beer Daddy.
I use a melatonin Epsom salt. And that seems
that works too.
Yeah. And then,
is it because I'm in Minnesota that I this just all seems so weird to me?
Well, let me ask you a question.
I jump in the shower.
Do you
grab whatever bar of soap is around?
You're
I've never
stuck.
thought
You're
about
stuck in
hanging
1965.
Okay.
in my shower.
Get out of here, caveman. So let me ask you, Jordan. Have you gotten on the melatonin gummy train with your children yet?
No. What's that?
Alex, do you do this?
I tried. They're too smart. They took it and they're like, this doesn't taste right. I feel like you're trying to drug me. I'm like, you're right.
My children swear by it. They won't go to sleep without it. They say, give me my nighttime gummy.
Mm-hmm.
And they come and get their nighttime gummy. It's a very low dose of melatonin that they take 30 to 45 minutes before going to bed. And it helps them to rest, not only get to sleep, but rest all the way throughout the night. And They wake up in the mornings feeling very energized, and they won't wake up randomly at 4 a.m. and say, where's my iPad at 4 a.m.? No, just me.
I read.
Yeah, see, we have melatonin support.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I definitely think you should do it to your kids. My kids are just not into it. We tried, and they're just like, I don't like the taste. So
I don't want to get too graphic here, but speaking of I don't like the taste, we made the horrible mistake. I know, right? Good segue. We made the horrible mistake of buying an off-brand gummy for not a nighttime gummy, just like a all-purpose child gummy for my youngest. And he goes, this isn't my gummy. And he takes his gummies right before bed. And we're like, I know we had to get a different gummy this time, buddy. And he's like, okay. And he takes a bite, and he was so disgusted by the flavor of this gummy that he just starts vomiting profusely, like 4-5 times in a row. And we're just all like, my wife and I are in the bathroom with him, and he's just like screaming bloody murder at us. Like, why would you change our gummy? Why did you get a different? Why did you do this, gummy?
I like
Allison, my wife is outside the window right now going, why are you telling this story?
Because why not?
Yeah. I like the. I can't believe you did this.
Just like tears streaming down, just like crying and screaming and
So, Marty, were you like that as a kid?
crying and vomiting all the time.
Oh yeah, like different gummy, and it like affected you like that, or little change in your routine.
I don't remember, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't remember much of my childhood.
That's fair.
Just
Did
me?
you block it out?
I think I had a very nice, loving childhood, but I don't recall. Jordan, I can't remember what my wife told me to do 15 minutes ago.
She said, "Bring it down. You're being too loud."
She did. That's right. She said, "Bring it down."
And you haven't brought it down. In fact, I think you've been bringing it up.
Yeah,
that's true.
You want the opposite direction.
That's true. So did Alex send Marty all his sleeves? Is this the current headband?
For the record, she was not here when I said that. We did that pre-show when Jordan said, "What is that?" And I said, "I sent Marty all my sleeves." So that's really funny.
This is Alex's sleeve. This is Alex's sleeve. Question: while we're on the topic of Alex's sleeves, do you still have eyeliner makeup on from working right now, Alex? I'm not asking you, Jordan.
No, I'm saying I agree that he does. I think he does.
Definitely has eyeliner on right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's guyliner happening right now.
I may have started wearing guyliner.
To make the eyes pop.
It does. Oh, the compliments that I have gotten since I started it. But I live in a place where it may not be the most socially acceptable. So it's I'm owning it right now. It started on Thursday, and I did it, and I did little cat eyes. I gave it little dashes, and I was like, I got 4 or 5 compliments at work, and I was like, should I do this even though I don't have to? And they're like, you look really good. Even the guys were like, it's a nice look. So yes.
So let me just say, this is conversation 1 of a 9-part conversation of you probably turning into a pirate is where I'm going. Eventually, especially if you're doing the cat, the next podcast, Alex start slowly slipping into Johnny Depp voice, and then he starts doing this a lot.
Can you do a Johnny Depp voice?
And then on the 4th show, he's wearing a hat, and then on the 5th show, he's got a parrot.
Yes, I think slowly I will turn into Johnny Depp over the episodes as just a trial and error. I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, next week I'll have an accent. I'll go for more of a Johnny Depp.
An empty bottle of rum. Going, why is it gone?
We're doing this, but yeah, I started wearing guyliner. One because they were for work, having me put makeup on when I got there. And I was like, let's do this right. If we're going to do it, let's make sure it's done.
Is there actually a product called guyliner, or is this just eyeliner, but you're a guy?
The second thing.
Oh.
It's not, it's just eyeliner.
2 questions.
Now at Beer Daddy.
That's what I was about to ask. Is that a new SKU for Beard Daddy? That's absolutely a valid question. And second question. The last time you were at a wedding, Alex, did you chime in? Haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door?
I did. Of course I did. And I can also sing better than the guy on the stage.
Romance. Oh, Nick, I love you.
Do you have a Peloton yet, Marty?
I don't have a Peloton.
Are you planning on getting one?
I am planning on getting one. I've been patiently waiting for all these people that purchased a Peloton. Oh, that's alliteration during COVID and the pandemic to realize they don't need it and then to sell it to me for a discounted price. So I am actively in the market for a reduced price Peloton.
Why do I feel like you don't need a reduced price Peloton? But this is just who you are. You're not going to just buy one. You're going to get the...
No, I want to look. Best case scenario, it's somebody I know personally. So I've been working on 4 different people that I'm like, are you sure you're still using the Peloton? Because the last time I went to your house, there was laundry hanging on the Peloton. And I just would like to know when's the last time you used the Peloton so that I can purchase it from them for, $700 less than what they bought it for. And then aggressively talk about how much I love my Peloton in front of them for the rest of our relationship. Again, this is another topic that we can unpack at our next therapy session. But yeah, there are a myriad of things wrong with me.
So I don't sleep a lot, and we got into that part. We kind of skipped over it. I only sleep in 3-hour increments. You brought up melatonin gummies. I think was the next part of that. Do you feel like that's something I should fix, where I do sleep through the night and I don't allow myself to get up and look at my phone?
Well, I mean, there's the story of, Ben Franklin apparently hypothetically only slept in 2-hour increments. But that being said, he did sleep quite often during the day. And when he was awake, he was probably not scrolling through his TikTok. So the argument could be made. What are you doing with your waking hours that you're, happy / proud of / productive with? And if you're not going to be happy and proud and productive, then maybe the time is better served sleeping.
Because I do feel like my muscles have been less sore the nights that I sleep for like 5 hours. Like I do feel like my body regenerates better.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I mean, Jordan brought it up before, but I mean, his wife is spot on. And Jordan's not, just to clarify, Jordan is not spot on. His wife is spot on.
I'm spot on marrying someone who is spot on.
There you go. I mean, it's pretty simple. You get enough sleep, you eat the right food, you drink enough water. Done.
So, I mean, that's the missing piece, because I'm drinking enough water. I'm eating better. I'm still very much like you, where I'm going to indulge and then work it off. Like the other night I had In-N-Out and like $100 worth of candy. And I had to...
I don't want to talk about anything else other than what constitutes $100 worth of candy and how you can, and what the price point is that you can sit in one sitting and consume $100. If there are not gold flakes on something, I'm going to be so disappointed. Go ahead, talk about the candy.
So I went to Walmart with Big Eyes, and I got like the $10 peanut M&M bag.
The guys at work, like your friends at work.
It was just me.
Your teenage friends.
I think he said
the guys.
He said Big Eyes.
Big Eyes.
Oh, Big Eyes.
Big guys. I went with a bunch of big guys, and we bought the candy.
Just bikers walking into Walgreens. Like,
fuck your candy.
Where's the Snickers?
Yeah. I want the left Twix and the left Twix only.
I'm actually Betty White, but I'm hungry.
Because you're not yourself unless you've had a Snickers.
You're not yourself. You're not just...
Then I bought like the $12 bag of gummy bears, and I got like the 2 like 6-packs of Mentos and 2 things of Reese's peanut butter cups, and I had to get like the mint M&Ms because like they're mint. Okay.
Wow. Can I just?
Well, but you had the 6-packs of Mentos. Like, how much mint do you need?
I'm not done. I got like the cherry gummies, and then like the the soda bottle gummies, which have no value. Not only is it like a soda flavored gummy, it's just wax. And I got like the assorted Twizzler pull-up peel Starburst Skittles bag, like the big, like 18-pound bag that you always go like, I'm getting this for trick-or-treaters. And you're like, it's still 36 days away.
That was going to be my next question. In your head, were you thinking to yourself, this is going to be trick-or-treater candy? But then you realized real sad as you're shoveling candy into your face.
It gets worse. It gets worse. I then proceeded to get a cereal-sized bowl and fill up the bowl as if it were like some sort of food to the top.
Mm-hmm.
I then watched a movie where I consumed the entire bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just get this straight. So you unpackaged the candy.
Oh yeah, all of it.
And you put a mixture of all of the stuff you mentioned into this bowl.
Into one bowl.
The wax pop candy included.
Yeah.
And did you pop the top and like squeeze out the juice in there, or just all the wax and stuff in there?
It's just this, overly excitable tummy ache.
So you had this huge assortment of candy that you spent some time to put in this bowl, and you just shoveled it in your mouth.
I mean, it was over a 2-hour period, but yeah.
Are you familiar with the DC character Shazam?
Yes.
So Shazam is actually a 12-year-old boy named Billy Batson.
Yeah.
I feel like you are Shazam. You're actually a 12-year-old boy who has access to funds, who can go to places like Walgreens. You'll walk down these aisles and go, I can have all these things. And you just kind of, like Kevin from Home Alone, like just like piling it up, showing up at home, shoveling it all in, and then having a tummy ache afterwards.
Yeah, I am white Jason Derulo right now.
Wow.
You've seen his TikToks, right?
Oh, of course. He like makes the way over the top desserts with just candy all up in it. Wow.
Well,
that was quite a visual. All of that candy in one bowl.
I mean, so let's go back to the question. It's like should you change something? Like, what did you ask? You said something like, should I do something different? What did you say?
Yeah, like, should I fix it so that like
should I fix it?
So like maybe how do I deal with this? How do I deal with it?
How do you deal
with the
Just deal with it, man.
With the lack of sleep?
Yeah,
are we back on sleep now?
How do I do? Yeah, we are. How do I deal with lack of sleep? I'm sorry, I was really proud of myself for that. I'll stop.
Yeah, I would really think about what you're putting in your body 2 to 3 hours before your bedtime. I think you're taking the right steps with locking your phone out at certain times, but I would take a step further and really actively try for that to not be your first reach when you wake up, whether it be in the morning or the middle of the night. And then I would try to mix in some organic sleep aids.
Yeah, like the melatonin or like the valerian root.
There's a lot of organic directions you could go. Yeah.
Sure. Ooh, Nick says no naps. Don't nap.
That's actually a good point, because you're putting yourself in a cycle, right? Where you're taking the nap. I mean, to go back to the child reference, I won't let my 5-year-old take naps now, because if he takes a nap, I know he's just going to stay up way too late and then be in a terror and be in a absolute bad sleep cycle moving forward. So maybe you are the toddler that in the bad sleep cycle right now.
Yeah.
Jordan looked like he had something so poignant to say.
Well, no.
He was stroking his beard, and then he goes,
"No, it was what you said." I was like, "Yeah, Yeah, that.
I think Nick's spot on. No more naps.
Yeah.
Well,
all right,
but what do
so-
you constitute a nap? I mean, like when you say nap, do you mean like a 2-hour nap, or do you mean like a 10-minute power nap?
Just don't go to sleep in the middle of the day.
I'm all about 10-minute power naps, man.
I can't do it.
I can do it.
I can't stand naps regardless. If I take a nap, I'm going to go way too long, at least an hour. I wake up just groggy, angry, frustrated, like a bear coming out of hibernation. And then it messes up my whole night's sleep. Nope. My wife swears by them. Today, she got home, took an hour-long nap after school.
So nice. Oh, so nice.
Yeah, I'm sure it is nice. But guess who's going to be able to get to sleep tonight? And guess who's not going to be able to get to sleep tonight? The answer to that question is me. I will be able to get to sleep tonight.
And like my wife is one of those people that can go to sleep like you guys. So it's I understand their emotion, but she also detests naps, just like you. Where she's like, she wakes up, she's like, it's not for me. I can't continue my day if I took a nap.
Agreed. It ruins everything. Productivity down the drain. Can't stand it. Jordan likes that power nap though.
I mean, it's not a routine of mine, but I have in the past. But that's if I don't get my good sleep. So that's like if I stay up and I'm on a podcast with you guys till midnight, that's when all of a sudden, and then because I'm still gonna get up at 6. That's when a power nap comes in handy for me. It's not like it's a routine. I go to bed at 10, wake up at 6, and also take an hour nap in the middle of the day.
Sure.
But there's like a whole culture of like siesta, right? Like, isn't there a whole culture that like swears by like an hour nap in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
Don't they have in Japan? Don't they have little like nap pods at their work?
Absolutely.
So there's got to be something there, but
They also don't eat dinner until 10 p.m. at night, and they usually stay up till 1 a.m. So it's just a completely different sleep cycle. It's a completely different life cycle, to be honest. So if you're trying to acclimate to our Western society and culture, bringing the Eastern or Spanish style of sleeping in the middle of the day probably doesn't work. I mean, it can work for some people, but it doesn't work for most people, I guess.
It's something I'll definitely take into consideration now, is try to not take as many naps so that I can see if I can sleep through the night. But if I don't take the nap and the same thing still happens, then maybe it's the candy's fault.
Yeah, I mean, that was why my first suggestion was, let's really think about what we're putting in our body 2 to 3 hours before we go to sleep.
Yeah, so I mean, I think we've exhausted our time here, but I want to talk more about routines. I think we talked about sleep, but like more routine stuff, I think I'd be interested in the future.
So let's talk about that next week. Let's talk about routines. We can actually use that as our segue. And that's what we'll do.
Yep. And by routines, I assume you're talking like dance, baton, those types of routines.
Naturally,
Backstreet Boys dance breaks.
Yeah. Maybe we can do the pre-show. We can kind of put on practice our routine and then display it.
Do not play with me. If we are doing that, we are doing it.
We're gonna do a dance routine.
And we're all wearing guy liner.
Oh, can we? It really looks nice. The women do like it, I promise.
I'm sensing a podcast title change in the future.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Just guy lines. Just saying. Look at Alex's face.
That's pretty good.
See if it's taken.
2 guys and a guy line.
No, it's
guy liners.
It's guy lines,
liners.
and then the rules are guy liners. It's like guidelines, but it's it's also like lines that are coming from guys. It's a lot of entendres.
It's gold, Marty. It's gold.
I want you to eat thunder and craft lightning. That's from Rocky. For those at home that have no idea what the hell that was.
Gotta be greasy fast.
Well, good. I think that was fun. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
needed this.
Good. Next week we'll talk about routines and possibly batons. And
Can you send me some more sleeves before next week's show?
you need more headbands.
Why did you
Absolutely.
just sound like Woody Woodpecker with that laugh? Oh my god!
Well, he's my
Hey,
cousin.
do the Wipeout.
What's Wipeout? What do you mean?
The song Wipeout. You remember Wipeout?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Can you do that? The beginning of Wipeout.
Maybe. How does it sound? You do your version.
Wipeout.
Nope, don't do it,
I have
Alex.
to breathe.
Nope, just finish
We're
it
gonna
on.
end there.
Yeah, we're gonna end
end
it
on
there.
Jordan doing it. That was a good show. We'll see you
Dang.
next week.